For all the screaming that progressives do about those damn dirty conservatives, oh, they're so racist and they're so evil, why does it always seem like whenever one of these stories comes out, it's one of these fucking dyed-in-the-wall lefties who are just the absolute biggest fucking bigots you could possibly imagine? Trudeau Liberals employed immigration manager who called Indigenous natives lazy. I take offense to that. I work very, very hard. A quarter of me does. Africans and Mexicans dirty. Oh, okay, cool. It must have been referring to them after they were finished mowing his lawn. And of course he looks like that. Of course he does. An internal report from Canada's Immigration Department found it employed bigoted managers who made derogatory remarks about lazy Indigenous people, dirty Africans and Mexicans who immigrate to collect welfare. To Canada? Huh? Okay, that's weird. The document is dated June 23rd, but it was only released yesterday after the victory was assured, good friend. It will take bold, decisive action to convince employees that their real management commitment to change, said the report. Anti-racism employee focus group. What a worthless organization. The document said management had an obvious internal cultural code of in operation. My mistake. It added, the problem is so deeply rooted in the organizational culture and the values of the people that Trudeau likes to appoint in power, and the values of the people in power who have held it for a long time and that are not likely to change. Oh, so you're going to just go ahead and sweep this under the rug because this guy votes the right way? That's cool. The department commissioned focus groups with employees who self-identified as black. I think that this would be a tough one to sell. Self-identified as black, Asian, mixed origin, and Caucasian. If you guys weren't so woke and stupid, you'd just be able to line them up and be like, we're going to take the darkie, we're going to take the yellow, and we're going to take the brown guy, and we're going to take you, ethnically vagued individual, and we'll all just fucking decide what the fuck we want to do. But will that produce any sort of diverse or inclusive ideas? Of course not. They never consider what's between the fucking ears, and that's not what they care about. They just want to go ahead and try to give you the appearance, okay? That's why they always focus on looks and visual diversity as opposed to diversity of thought, where that can actually, I don't know, result in some changes. Forgive me, I'm doing a little bit too much thinking. That's going to be verboten up in Canada soon enough. The Department Commission focused on the employees. Yes, those same ones. Employees paint a picture, and if it's Trudeau, he normally just paints his face of an organization fraught with challenges at the level of workplace culture. This is so gay. Oh my god. Employees said they like their jobs on the whole. The white ones apparently a lot more because they don't get accosted by the fucking Trudeau Liberals all the time, which makes the disappointment and concern about the racism witnessed within all the more emotionally acute. Ugh, cry about it. Go hook up with Rashida Tlaib and AOC and you guys can scream and cry and yell about the goddamn dirty Jews. Participants cited specific examples of bigoted remarks, oh boy, I couldn't imagine, including unidentified managers who referred to cubicles where black employees worked as the ghetto. That's pretty funny. Nicknamed countries in Africa the Dirty 30. Oh, come on. At least Trump had the audacity to call them shithole countries. And oh, he said that about Haiti, though, wasn't that? Well, apparently 15,000 indigenous Haitians agree. Described Nigeria, oh, careful, as characteristically corrupt and untrustworthy. Wow. I would have just called them a expert at the telemarket scam. Said Mexican immigrants just come here to collect social insurance. Said indigenous people are lazy. I can verify that. Said if the natives wanted their land, they should have just stood up. Hey, alright, so not all of these points are too bad. Other employees describe managers discussing their physical characteristics of black girls. Ooh, and asking to touch black employees' hair. What's wrong with that? I don't get that, okay? You just want to, you know what, you want to have a mixing of the cultures. Somebody's got a big old natural and it just looks very enticing, and I don't know, they want to see what your mayonnaise tastes like. Like, maybe you guys can work out something. One manager, speaking to the employees of Latin ancestry, quoted Speedy... This guy's a dick. That's great. With joking references to Andale. Of course. That's fucking, that's funny. If you guys can't take a joke, I don't understand. Participants shared a large number of specific examples of racism. I wouldn't consider too many of those racism, but whatever. Witnessed within the department as well as their causes, said focus group. These include, but are not limited to, microaggressions, ranging from well-intentioned comments with hurtful impacts to blatantly racist tropes. Oh, that sucks. Participants expressed concern that some of the overt and subtle racism that have been witnessed by both employees and decision makers can and probably must impact case processing. We don't know if it does or not, but it probably does, and it probably will, right? Do you believe us? Some point to differences in refusal rates by country as an indicator that some form of bias may be at play. Or, I don't know, maybe they're not skilled enough to emigrate? How about that one? Employees said that they do not believe that there are currently any consequences for racism or racist behavior. Yeah, because not everybody's going to go ahead and warp their sense of reality due to your very warped sense of reality. Like, normally speaking, you don't stoop down to the level of a schizophrenic in order to talk with them at their level. You try to raise everybody up to a normal level, but that's not what we're talking about here. It's about tearing everybody down, right? And you know what? Normally, I would just be a little bit more upset by this, but this is Trudeau's doing, and these are his people, so I don't really care that much. Go ahead and continue to destroy yourself. But speaking of corruption, remember SNC-Lavalin? This predates the channel just a little bit, but I think that this was the second or third scandal, ethics violation that Trudeau had, and he skated on because he has nice hair. I don't know. RCMP charges SNC-Lavalin and 2 former executives with fraud, forgery, and conspiracy. Oh my God, but they're just a good local builder. What could possibly have been wrong? Why would Trudeau not want Jody Wilson-Raybould to investigate SNC-Lavalin? I thought everything was on the up and up, and he fired her over it, and then all of a sudden you get these charges come out. Oh my God. 2 former senior executives of the Quebec-based, again, just feel free to nuke Quebec, that's totally fine. Nothing's based about Quebec. SNC-Lavalin and SNC-Lavalin Incorporated, yes, 2 different entities, though equally corrupt, have been charged by the RCMP, according to a statement released Thursday. Yay! The statement said former Vice President Normand Morin and Kamal have been arrested and later released. Okay, cool. White-collar crimes, you know how it goes. Hey, there's the Taliban lady. The charges include fraud against the government. That's fine. It's the Trudeau government. I don't really care. Fraud, forgery, and conspiracy. Those suck. And why did they get released then? Oh, right. Positions of power, lots of money, deep connections. And follows a lengthy and comprehensive criminal investigation by the National Division RCMP Sensitive and International Investigation Section. That's a big name. And you can see once they went through a comprehensive investigation, they were able to find some things that SNC-Lavalin was guilty of. Now you know why Trudeau didn't want to probe the builder, because things might have come out that not benefited the Trudeau name. Sucks to suck. This was a lengthy and highly complex investigation. Yes, could have used them top lawyer, I guess. And I'm proud of the consistent and professional work of our team, said Inspector Denis Bedot of the National Division RCMP Sensitive and International Investigations Section. As a result of the continued dedication, evidence was identified and gathered over a number of years, which was ultimately resulted in the charges announced today. Charges are related to the bribes that were paid in exchange for obtaining a contract, according to the RCMP. Now, which contract do you think that is? Charges will be tested in the Montreal court on September 27th. Oh my God, we're going to be getting that on Monday. That's going to be fucking sweet. I hope somebody sings like a bird, just like that at the end of that sentence, and starts to rat out some high-level people in the Liberal government because, hey, the exact same people that liked Trudeau 2 years ago still like him the same way today. So, who knows? The fucking media is not going to report on this. Not the Canadian media. I can't talk about everybody else. It seems like the rest of the world is hip to the fact that Trudeau is a complete and utter cuck, but it's just the people in that very, very small area of Ontario, just a little herpes spot that's down there just off the little dangly on Ontario. This probably won't break through, but the fact that SNC-Lavalin is going to be back in the media, and you got all of those just juicy discriminatory practices running through at the same time. You get that back in the headlines. Sorry, my mistake. Then you start to remember that Trudeau fired a couple of women from the cabinet and then from the party, and a couple of them were women of color as well. I use the proper terminology, of course, if we're going to be accurate on this. And all of a sudden, Trudeau doesn't look like the bouncing baby little boy of Fidel any longer. Sucks to suck. Thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.